Hello students, welcome back to my channel Focus and Flow. In the previous video, we have discussed about the physical and chemical changes and also about the characteristics of physical and chemical changes. So in this video, we will discuss about chemical reaction, chemical equation, balance chemical equation, how to balance a chemical equation. So let us begin. First of all, what is a chemical reaction? The process in which one or more substances react with each other to form new substance is called chemical reaction. एक और एक से ज्यादा सब्सटेंस एक दूसरे के साथ रिएक्ट होकर जो नया सब्सटेंस फॉर्म होते हैं उसे केमिकल रिएक्शन कहते हैं. This chemical reaction has two components. One is the reactant and other is the product. Now, what is a reactant? The substance that take place in chemical reaction are called reactant. किसी भी केमिकल रिएक्शन में जो भी सब्सटेंसेस पार्ट लेते हैं उन्हें रिएक्टेंट कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट प्रोडक्ट. The substances which are formed in chemical reaction are called product. That means किसी भी chemical reaction में जो भी substances form होते हैं उसे product कहते हैं. For example, A and B are two substances. A and B react with each other and they form a new product, a new substance that is AB, which is called a product. The substance on the left hand side is the reactant, and the substance on the right hand side is called a product. Example, you can see here hydrogen react with oxygen and form water. H2 is a hydrogen. Hydrogen react with oxygen and it forms hydrogen oxide. This is your water. Okay. This is the reactant and this is your product. Next. Now, what is chemical equation? A chemical equation is a symbolic representation of chemical reaction. Okay. Where reactants are converted into product using their chemical symbols and formulas. Okay. We what we do here, the reactants get converted. Okay. इसमें reactant product में convert हो जाते हैं और हम लोग इसमें क्या करते हैं यूज करते हैं केमिकल सिंबल्स और केमिकल फॉर्मूला यूज करते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल यू कैन सी मैग्नीशियम react with oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide, which is a Watt equation. This type of equation is called a Watt equation. Okay. MgO2, these are all your chemical symbols. These are the formulas. Okay. So Mg, magnesium. Magnesium and oxygen react with each other and they form magnesium oxide. Okay, this reactant Mg and O2 are the reactant, and these two reactants react with each other, combine with each other, and they form into a new substance which is called a product. And MgO, which is a chemical formula. Okay, magnesium oxide. What is balanced chemical reaction? A chemical equation having an equal number of atoms on both sides of equation is called a balanced chemical equation. That means equal numbers of atoms of each element on the both sides should be equal. Means on the both sides the numbers of atoms should be equal on the left hand side and the right hand side. On the reactant side and the product side, the numbers of atoms should be equal. You can see in the screen Mg, magnesium plus oxygen, you are getting magnesium oxide. But this equation is not a balanced equation, it is an unbalanced equation. And this type of equation is also called a skeletal equation. Mg plus O2 oxygen combine with each other and we get magnesium oxide. So this is not a balanced equation, it is an unbalanced equation. It is an unbalanced equation. You can see the numbers of atoms on the magnesium is 1 on the reactant part, and on the product side it is also 1. Okay, but numbers of atoms on the oxygen is 2 on the reactant side, and on the product side you can see this 1. To balance it, we have to put 1 2 here. ओके ऑक्सीजन, दो ऑक्सीजन है, यहाँ में एक ऑक्सीजन है, तो ऑक्सीजन को हम लोग को यहाँ इस साइड में दो ऑक्सीजन चाहिए, सो वी हैव पुट 1 2 हियर. ओके, बट व्हेन यू पुट 2 हियर, दो बिठाने के बाद क्या हो गया, मैग्नीशियम हैज आल्सो बिकम 2. नाउ दिस मैग्नीशियम हैज आल्सो बिकम 2, but on the left hand side the magnesium is 1, so we will put 1 2 here. Okay, you can put 2, हम लोग सामने लिख सकते हैं as a coefficient, but you cannot write in down. You cannot write as a subscript. You cannot write. You can write as a coefficient, but you cannot write as a subscript. Now you can see this type of equation is called a balanced chemical equation. The numbers of atoms on both the sides are equal. The product side and the reactant sides are equal. You can see here 2 magnesium, 2 magnesium, 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen. Next, how to balance any chemical equation. So how will balance the equation? Chemical equation. So to balance the chemical equation, you have to follow few steps. First, you have to write the skeletal equation. That means first of all, you have to write the unbalanced equation. For example, iron reacted in water. That is iron. This is iron. This is your water. And this is your iron oxide. And H2 is a hydrogen. Look at the equation very carefully. Okay? Iron reacted with water, that is called iron oxide and hydrogen. But is this equation balanced? No, this equation is not balanced. It is the unbalanced equation. This is called the skeletal equation. Next step. What we have to do? We have to count the numbers of atoms of each element. Count atom of each element. So, what we'll write? What we'll do here? We'll write all the elements' name. Iron, Fe, hydrogen. What are the elements present here? Iron, hydrogen, and oxygen. Iron, hydrogen, oxygen. Now, the element on the left hand side is called your reactant, and the element on the right hand side is called your product. Now, you see numbers of atoms present on the reactant. So, iron में कितना numbers of atoms है? 1. Next, in hydrogen में कितना atom है? 2. Oxygen में 1. Same way, on the product side, see the numbers of atoms on iron is 3. Hydrogen is 2. Oxygen is 4. Now, look at the chart very carefully. Is the numbers of reactant and product side are equal? Atoms on both sides are equal? No, it is not equal. So, to balance the equation, what we'll do? We'll balance one element at a time. Okay? First of all, we'll balance iron. So on the reactant part, iron is 1 and the product iron is 3. So what we'll do? We'll multiply 1 with 3. Now we'll see what we have got. Reactant side, we have got 3. On the product, 3. So water balance. Okay. Next, you can see hydrogen, reactant 2, product 2. Okay. Iron, sorry, let me see here on the screen. Iron, here what we have done, we have multiplied with 3. On the reactant part, we have got 3. Product part, we have got 3. Water balance. So on the reactant part, we have taken 1 3. So on the reactant side, we'll write 1 3 here. They may come to hydrogen. Hydrogen on the reactant part is 2. product 2 water balance दोनों balance है oxygen में देखो 1 reactant is 1 product 4 so to balance it we will multiply 1 with 4 now you see what reactant and product are balanced so on the reactant side we have multiplied oxygen with 4 so we'll write 4 here but when you have written 4 here you see the numbers of atoms on hydrogen has changed हाइड्रोजन में पहले दोनों साइड में 2 थे अभी क्या हो गया if you multiply 4 with 2 hydrogen has become 8 on the right hand side so on the left hand side but on the right hand side hydrogen is 2 okay now what we'll do to balance it we have to make 8 on both the side hydrogen we'll multiply with 4 we'll multiply with 4 both on the reactant and product side you see we have got so we'll write here 4 now you see now it is balanced on the reactant part iron is 3 iron 3 product iron 3 iron 3 hydrogen 4 8 hydrogen 8 on the product side you see 8 8 on oxygen you see 4 4 here also 4 here also 4 now you check the total numbers of we have checked the total numbers of atom on the bottom side are equal so this is how you have to balance the chemical equation okay I hope you understood how to balance chemical equation. Thank you everyone for watching my video. The next